What's going on, everybody? Quick, shameless plug, giggity. I live stream. I enjoy live streaming. Play a lot of video games. Do some yapping from here and there, but mostly just live streaming, playing video games. Currently, I'm playing XCOM Enemy Unknown here, having a lot of fun playing it. Currently, live streaming on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. So if you want to, check out the links down below for my live streaming spots. Now, with that shameless plug being out of the way, giggity, I want to talk about right here PlayStation talking about discontinuing its physical games starting January of 2028. And it's really interesting because this was the talk for a while. This has been kind of on everyone's minds going into the PS6 and, potentially the new Xbox also. It's only talked about, it's not confirmed yet. How I've always gone with rumors and speculations is once it's officially said from the company, then I go on it. Not until it's like, oh, well, there's kind of this rumor going around, that rumor going around, because I'm like, well, that's just hearsay. I don't think there's an issue talking about it. I think it's more of just saying, well, this is going to happen. This is going to happen. It was like all the stuff with the uh, PlayStation pulling all their games off PC, right? It was like, no, they're going to pull all single player games off PC. You're still going to get like games like Marvel Tokon, and whatever live service games Sony decides to put out, right? Those are coming to PC. But I'm like, well, until they actually say it. And for more or less, they pretty much said that. And for me, I don't really care about PlayStation games. Not anymore. Their good games are in the past. The only thing I would say that's been, I guess, announced that I would mind playing on PC is that God of War Remake trilogy. That's it. Now that could still be coming to PC just because it's a remake. It's not an original IP, right? It's not like it's like God of War, Lufray, right? Like that's gonna be on uh, PlayStation. Good chance it's not coming to PC. But this remake, maybe if it does, cool. If not, I don't care because I have so many games to play on PC. So it does not affect me. I don't care about their games. Last game I really liked from PlayStation was honestly Days Gone. But this right here has everybody up in a roar because console gamers, they like their physical games. I don't blame them. I used to be a console gamer. I liked buying games. I liked having all my library of games kind of filled up out there. But kind of just going on from that point, I just moved away from the console atmosphere. I don't care about what they're doing here because I don't care about PlayStation, I don't care about Xbox, and I don't care about Nintendo. I'm interested to see what they're doing, but I do not care because there's a reason why I'm only on PC. There's a reason why I don't still own a Switch 2, a PS5, or even the Xbox Series X because I didn't like anything these companies were doing. So I spoke with my money, I spoke with my actions, and I moved to PC. It's just that simple. And you got other people online saying the same thing. They're saying, well, now what's the point if you're not going to make physical games anymore? Might as well move to PC. I've been saying this since I got my PC. And again, not like I've had a computer for like many years. I've just been on PC since what, November of last year. I'm still fairly new to being basically playing PC games. I mean, I played them before, but in terms of like that point going forward, I'm just a little babby boy, a little babby angel boy. But I've been saying this since I had a chance to get on PC, really get into Steam and just playing on PC. Save your money. Save your money and invest in getting a PC because it's worth it. Not just for the games that are on Steam, GOG, whatever platform you choose to use. Use that money to save yourself money. It's basically spending money to save money, right? Whether you do get the Steam machine, build yourself a computer, buy a pre-built, or even do a laptop, or Steam Deck, or ROG Ally X, any of those handhelds that get you into the PC, ecosystem. Because outside of like the main storefronts, you can download emulation for games, you go like, oh, I got my Steam Deck here, right? I can download old classic games for like PS1 and N64, right? Games that are basically tied to subscription services, or games like one of my favorite N64 games, which will probably never see the light of day again, Hybrid Heaven. That was a game I absolutely love on the N64. That game a lot of people don't even know about. That's a game you can go ahead, you can download, you can emulate on any of your PC platforms. So with this, I understand why people are upset, but with me, I've made my move, and it's up to you to decide what is best for your, I guess, gaming future and your wallets. Because again, I am not this savant when it comes to PC stuff. For example, with OBS, I watched videos on how to like kind of like download these transitions, how to like do all this, and that in terms of doing stuff for my live streams. And none of that stuff was even recently. That wasn't like something I just did instantly. I mean, hell, my brother, for example, he's been on PC for a very long time. Like he used to be kind of just like me, had an Xbox, loved playing Halo, just loved playing on consoles. And then one day he's just, got a brand new laptop that could play games at that current point. And that's all he was really doing. His Xbox One just started collecting dust and he started doing more stuff on his laptop. To got to the point to where I got this new beefy PC and he has this old rusty up laptop that we worked together and I got him a brand new laptop. And his laptop is more powerful than his previous laptop and even the current, more or less on the lines of the current gen systems. But you need to do what's best for yourself. This kind of like is like the heads up of what the future is when it comes to PlayStation. Nintendo, people are saying they're going to take a suit also, but if you look at Nintendo, they're doing the game key cards, right? But to my knowledge, from what I've seen, a lot of the game key cards are third party. They're not Nintendo centric games. They're not Nintendo exclusive games. Xenoblade, Mario, Zelda, everything's on those little cartridges. So I could still see them as the company doing that, like with like let's say Switch 3, right? Nintendo's still putting their games on their cards, while a game like a company like Capcom, Square Enix, FromSoft are like there's the cartridge, but you had to download everything via the key card, right? Still got that compromise. With Xbox now, they could do the funniest thing ever, what everyone's saying, and I agree, is have a disk drive in the next Xbox to be fully backwards compatible. I mean, even if there's no disk drive, still be fully backwards compatible, right? To have a downloading from the OG Xbox all the way up to Xbox Nexus games, but they could still include a disk drive. But the other thing is, think about this: you have PlayStation saying, new, physical discs, not coming anymore, right? But the thing is, what about third party people who want to do it? What's to say there might not be like what they're doing right now, a the disc drive add-on, right? And Sony's like, well, we're not doing it anymore. But what if a company again like limited run games, they still make the games, they make their certain games they bring, right? What if they still decide to do it because there's an add-on to the PlayStation? Because there could be a chance that PlayStation still does it. We don't know because we're still a few years away from this. So it's all speculation. But that's just my, kind of rambling train of thought on the whole thing. But this is the other reason why I'm really glad I moved away from PlayStation because I don't trust any of these companies. They increased the PS5 prices multiple times and do expect, because Xbox just increased their prices, there's going to be another price increase coming before GTA 6. If not, that would be a big shocker. But the fact that GTA 6 is not coming with a disc, is a download code only, kind of set the precedent of what Sony was going to do going forward with not making discs anymore. No more physical media. So, expect a price increase for the PS5 to be coming. And again, if it doesn't happen, I'd be shocked because that's one of the biggest games coming out. So, we'll just have to wait and see when we get close to that release date. Remove over 500 movies, TV shows from PS Store. This isn't the first time it happened. I know they did it last time and they got that stuff back. But this time, I don't know. Can you trust a company that had to remove this because they lost the licensing fees? Can you trust this company that has fucked over a lot of people in the past? Can you? I don't. still wants to focus on live service games after a whole generation of failure with them. They said it. They were, have to keep canceling all these live service games, losing so much money, increasing the price of PlayStation to kind of offset the prices, right? And then what happens? Oh, well, we're going to kind of continue making them. Close Blue Point, just like Xbox. You acquire these studios to do something, and because you don't actually pay attention to what they're doing and you're too lax, because you're getting all that COVID dollars, right? People were buying games, but what happened? You're closing these studios left and right. Stop disc production in January 2028. It is a joke. I've stopped taking this company seriously many years ago. And I kind of still supported them for the most part because it's like, well, PlayStation, Sony, basically the biggest console manufacturer on the planet. Basically, they have the first-party games, and they had the third-party games where I could buy a PS5. I could play Space Marine 2, then I could play Helldivers 2. I could play Days Gone. I can get ready to play Halo. But that's not the point anymore, right? That's not the point with this company. I don't know. I say, again, save up your money, get yourself a PC. But I want to end this thing on a little quote from Asmongold here. Asmongold agrees with Sony's decision to end physical media. Asmon believes gamers are to be blamed for not buying physical discs. We would also go on to give a solution to Sony if they still want to continue physical collector's editions. I think they realize no one is buying physical media anymore. It's not worth distributing, producing, and shipping all this content. It's your fault. It's my fault. It's our fault. We need to go back to collector's editions to have cool boxes, and it's sold at a loss. Now, I can't tell you that Assassin's Creed 4 Resynced is coming to PC. There is a collector's edition for PC. So I agree with them with like that, where you have titles. It's like, keep making collector's edition. You got the digital code. You could, if you want to include some type of steel case to put on your shelf. But also with me and collector's editions, I want statues. I like statues. That's what I want from collector's editions. But let's hear it from Asmon himself.
I think they're making the right decision. I think that they realize that nobody's buying physical media anymore, and it's not worth distributing, producing, and shipping out all of these copies because people just aren't buying them. If you want to ask and you want to wonder why this is happening, it's your fault. It's my fault. It's our fault.
I agree with him. A lot of people don't agree with what he's saying. It is my fault and your fault. It's everyone's fault. When they started including digital media to being bought so easily to where I wake up, I could check Steam, or better yet, let's go to the console side, right? I wake up, I turn on my PlayStation, I turn on my Xbox. Oh, look at that. They got a sale. Oh, this game I want is 50% off. I'm going to go ahead and buy it instead of going into GameStop, going to Walmart, going to Target, right? Instead of ordering it even, I can have it instantly downloaded, not instantly, but I can have it downloaded to my console instead of having to get in my car, drive to the store, and buy the disc.
If I'm wrong, then why are GameStops full of Funko Pops? Is somebody saying it's Israel's fault? There's a chance that Israel could be involved in this. There's definitely a high probability, probably between like 80 and 90% chance this is because of Israel. I think
it's all Israel's fault. Just remember that.
I think that we need to go back to having collector's editions and cool boxes like Warcraft 2. And if you want to have that, I think that you need to be selling these at like a... You need to sell them at a... And I know the company isn't going to want to hear this. You need to sell them at a loss. You need to sell them at a loss and sell maybe a limited amount of them. Make it to where you can't buy 50 million of them on the internet. 8 million copies. So where's the actual percentage? The vast majority of sales were digital, with physical contributing to a smaller share. What was the percentage of physical? likely in the low to mid single digit percentage range of total copies sold.
So, again, people aren't going to like him saying it, and people are not going to like me agreeing with him, saying that, yes, it's everyone's fault. People want to blame companies, and I get it. I got no problem with blaming companies. But when I hear people trying to blame a company for something that doesn't make sense to me, I'm like, no, it doesn't. Like, these companies having the option for digital is a good thing. But then everyone buying digital and then like, well, we're not going to do physical anymore. I get it, because now they're saving more money, they're making more money. If you were that company and you had the chance to make more money, wouldn't you do it? Wouldn't you make that decision if you wanted more money? But again, in terms of collectors, you could still do it. Like he's talking about, like I guess like box, like so like do like a box or something like that. Like you said, like cool artwork. Me, I'm going on the lines of collector's editions with statues, right? Because again, I like collector's editions that have cool stuff in it. I don't care about the maps, the art books, like maybe a poster, right? Something that looks good enough where you want to get it framed, maybe put it in your house, right? But statues, like good looking detailed statues. The Titanfall collector's edition, right? The one with the big ass Titan. Again, even like if I was into it, the remake of Assassin's Creed, the resynced edition of Assassin's Creed 4, that has a statue with it. Statues. This is how you could still make your money and please the console market and the collectors out there. But also for me on PC, if you have a game I want, hypothetically, Half-Life 3 was to come out, you make a collector's edition with a statue of Gordon Freeman, I'll give you some money for that, Valve. But yeah, no, that's my thoughts on this. You know, I want to know what you guys think down below, because I know this is going to be a big topic for a while. This isn't going to go away. You have companies even out there like Domino's, like, we're announcing that our pizzas aren't physical anymore. They're going digital and stuff like that. This is not going away anytime soon. And I know people are not going to agree with what I had to say, not even with Asmongold, right? But agreeing with what he's saying about it's my fault, it's your fault, it's everyone's fault. But I do want to hear what you guys have to say down below. Give me your guys' opinions on how do you feel about PlayStation saying no more physical games starting in 2028. Do you guys agree with it? Do you guys not like it? Are you console only, PC? Let me know. Give me your guys' inputs, because I do like hearing what you guys have to say. Also, again, don't forget to check me out on Kick, Twitch, and right here on YouTube where I live stream. I like video games. And with that being said, I'm done. I'm out. Everyone take care of themselves. And I will see you all on my live streams very, very regularly and on the next video. Everybody take care.